Well, I wanted to show you this new cordless compact circular saw that I got. It's battery operated miniature circular saw, and let's go ahead and check it out. I'm going to open the box. All right, so now out of the box, it comes with the saw, comes with one 2-amp-hour battery. It comes with a vacuum hose. This is a connector so you can hook it up to like a shop vac. It comes with the guide tee, a manual. It comes with the Allen key that is needed to change out the blades, and then it also comes with an extra set of batteries for the laser that's on here. Comes with two blades, one that is soft metal and plastic blade and another one that is a wood blade. So you have blades right out of the box, and it comes with a battery charger for the battery. So it comes with pretty much everything you need to get started. I'm going to go ahead and install the wood blade and try this thing out on some wood. Install on the blade is very easy. You just go ahead and loosen this bolt using the provided Allen key. Make sure the battery is not in the saw so you don't have any accidental mishaps. But that's about all you're going to need to put this saw blade on. So this little plastic insert here shows you to lock it and unlock it, which direction you need to turn it. So we are unlocking it. I got the screw out. Take that little piece of plastic off because that's just there to show you the right way to turn it, but this isn't actually needed. Then you go ahead and you pull this back, and then you'll slide the blade in there and put the screw in. I'm going to do that now. As you can see on the blade, it even tells you again which direction to turn this, because you turn this actually left to tighten it and right to loosen it. It's backwards so that this blade stays tight when it's running. And then when you're using the Allen key in this bolt to tighten it, there is a button on the back side here, this little yellow button. You press and hold that yellow button and it will lock the saw, so that way you can tighten that blade down on nice and tight. If you check out the back of the saw, you have a toolless adjuster here. You just flip this clamp over and it lets you adjust from pretty much 0 inches down to a little more than 1.5 inches, which should be more than enough to cut a 2x4, 2x6, 2x8 plywood, all that kind of 2x wood. And it also lets you, without a tool, adjust the angle in the front. You just flip that over and you can go all the way up to a 45-degree cutting angle, probably a little bit more. So it does have angling options for you to be able to cut wood at different angles. This saw also has a laser on it, so that way when you're cutting, you can actually see the laser. It's actually a pretty bright laser, and it lets you have a guide as you're cutting longer pieces of wood to keep that cut nice and straight. Another thing I liked about this saw so far is, one, it has a safety on here, so you can't just accidentally hit the trigger for the saw. But once you do flip that safety and you hit that trigger, it's got a nice big trigger area here to hold on to when you're going, so your finger's not just slipping off the trigger. So let's see how well this thing cuts wood. All right, so I'm going to use this saw now to cut up some of these 2x4s. I need to cut this 2x4 at 70 inches. So I've already measured this. This is just an old scrap piece of wood, but I have a purpose for it for 70 inches. And then I need to cut off some 6-inch pieces of wood here, which I've also got marked. These are just regular 2x4 lumber, but this is about what this saw would cut. Let's give it a try. I'm going to try cutting this off one-handed with the saw. This right here takes a little bit of time to get used to use your index finger to flip that over to start it. But I really like this large trigger and not just a tiny little trigger here with your index finger. Your hand really can wrap around this and hold that well, which goes with kind of the design of the saw. All right, so I was able to cut up all the wood. This is the scrap stuff off. These were the 6-inch pieces I need, and this is the 70-inch piece of wood I needed. This thing cut it without a problem. Doing it one-handed is not a problem. I used one hand to hold the wood, one hand to operate the saw. Yeah, I mean, it worked great for what I needed it to do. It's a great little one-handed saw, and if you look at the back here, it's still, I don't know if you can see that, it's still fully charged. I mean, at least it's not registering any loss. Now, that's not a lot of cuts. I'm sure this thing can do way more cuts. You know, the fact that it's battery powered and it still seems to have all the strength that I would expect from a saw this size, that makes it very useful. Build quality on this seems to be pretty good. You know, I've got a bunch of different tools. I've had DeWalt, Rigid, Ryobi, different brands of tools, and I would say this one is in line with a lot of those. So I don't expect to have any problems with this, just obviously from looking at it. Like I said, it seems pretty sturdy. Only time will tell on that. So far, I think this is a great little tool. So that was just to give you a review, kind of a good demonstration of this saw. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. And I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.